Hey you guys, this is the down and dirty version of reading apprenticeship / annotations. So first of all, reading has two parts, reading and comprehension. And so everybody can just read like the word one after the other. However, the other part that takes a little longer is actually understanding what you're reading. So in order to do that, you want to write on an actual text. And if you can do it right on the text. That would be awesome. There's another option, which is using Post-it notes in your book. You can certainly do that. And then the other one is a Google Doc. So this is a Google Doc, and you double click the word or like the sentence that you want to make comment on, and then just put it over here. So anyways, let's see here. So the first thing you might want to do is research the author. What background does this author have? Where did they grow up? What kind of genres do they write? How much have they published? Authors write what they know. Authors write what they know. So that'll give you a little heads up about the interests of this author and their prior writing. So you know what kind of direction this author is going. Predict. Look at the pictures, look at the title, look at the subtitles, look at read the topic sentences. Where is this author going? So that you can tap into your background information that you know and contribute that to the reading of the text. Sometimes you have to reread. It's not abnormal to reread. Everybody rereads. Everybody loses focus. You got to just like, what in the world did I just read? I don't know. So then you have to go right back up to that paragraph and just start again. Another way to comprehend better is to summarize. So a lot of times what I will do is take a paragraph and then just summarize that paragraph in maybe a phrase or a clause or even a sentence about what the topic of the main gist of that paragraph is. Know that vocabulary. Make sure you look up words or use context clues. You know, one time there was this word called voyeuristic, and I just used the root word as to contribute to the meaning, but honestly I had to, and then a student called me on the carpet and said, no, this means that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it changes the whole meaning of the whole text. Make sure you ask questions in the margins. Good readers know that they may be answered by the time you get done with the text. They may not, but you're just engaging in the text. You're wrestling with the content of that text. You're wrestling with the message of that text. Visualize. Oh, I just love this part. So a lot of times if there is a location mentioned in the text, I'll do a quick sketch of the United States and at least pinpoint the state where that text refers to, and then know like the climate. It's hot down there. What kind of clothes are they wearing? What kind of weather might they have? What kind of people are down there? What kind of culture might be there? Are they on the water? Do a lot of people go swimming? You know, up in Michigan, the roads are terrible. So, you know, just think, do a little sketch. Relate the text to your life. You have so many experiences, and if you try to relate to the text, I'm laughing because on an assignment that you may or may not have, it's called an article reflection. And I ask students to relate to the text. And the topic sentence will be, I can't relate, but, and I'm just like, yeah, you can relate because you're going to talk about it in a minute because you just said but. So just, you know, maybe you've had opposite experiences, and that's relating to the text. Argue or challenge the author's ideas. What kind of sources does this person have? Do they even have any sources? You know, if they have the links, the hyperlinks in their text, if you're reading online, that's showing their sources. So I had a student one time say, well, they underline stuff. And I'm like, yeah, because those are the hyperlinks. And it takes them to your source. It's like having a reference page at the end. So what kind of sources do they have? What kind of background does this person have? Do they have personal experience? What kind of education do they have? What is the education topics in? So critique the author a little bit. Challenge them. Analyze their writing style or their technique. What audience are they speaking to? What choices are they making in their writing? How are they going about it? And make note of that. Maybe you know a lot about figurative language. Maybe you know about thesis statements. Maybe you know about supporting your content. And make notes. Hey, they took the time to do this. They took the time to provide some scientific statistics and then also an example. So, here's an example of my own annotations. I wrote here, he looks like an old surfer dude from California. Just relate. This is talking about taking a knee. It's actually about Colin Kaepernick and all the research and interviews he did prior to kneeling during that first NFL football game during the national anthem. So I just took kneeling and just put a ton of words that came to mind when I heard the word kneeling. So yeah, this is some examples. There's some pictures to look at. There's some captions to read. Here's a vocab word I had to look up. So and then I didn't know how to pronounce his name properly, so I just put the phonetic spelling up there. And then there's my little sketch. So yeah, never knew that. So I had questions too, or comments. So anyways, here's another example, and here's another example. And I hope this was helpful. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day.